Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Spriters Hope's Blooming Dawn. Well, guys, today we're going to be continuing on from where we left off last time. We're going to be coming here back to Meskia Village. Last time we had a little look around Welltown and explained how that whole mechanic works. So today we're going to start by taking a little rest over here, saving up, and then continuing on our merry way as we move on down to here, where I'll give you a little example of a quest. Ah, those piggles, they keep eating my crops. Our crest has weakened so much that some pantomimes can get in. Can we help? Oh, you have a sword sprite, okay. I'll give you some G if you can beat them. So if we come over here, as you can see the piggle and the crops over there, we can start attacking these piggles and helping the poor lady out of the problem she is currently facing. Now, we do have some more abilities, like this multi-slash ability that we learned from leveling up. So hopefully we can manage to take these piggles out before they take us out. You do see that their tackle ability has the side effect of lowering our defense. So because our defense has been lowered 2 stages, even though they are lower levels than us, they are still able to do quite the amount of damage. So we want to use Sword Form Crane here, just so that we'll be healing up more damage than they will be dealing to us as we attack them. And then we can just finish this guy off with a few well-placed multi-slashes. And that should... Yep, and that clears us for this first little challenging battle of the game. If you are unprepared and don't use your skills here, you might very well lose, so... Yay! You did it, my heroes! And we get some gold for that. We also need to heal up a bit. You can see in the top left our current health, also our experience, which shows us we are quite close to leveling up. We can save up over there and head out into the field. Now, if you talk to the various villagers, they will tell you things. They might also at times have things for you. For instance, there is real good fishing to be had in a lot of different places. You have any interest in fishing? If we say yes, he says, oh well, take this here rod. I have a ton of them, so don't worry. If you see some fish in a body of water, why don't you go cast that rod and see what you get? And we get a fishing rod over here. Now, if you come across a little fish, like that one over here, you can then go into the fishing screen, decide how hard you would like to cast, and might be surprised if you actually do catch something that it is not a fish but a pantomime. So sometimes with fishing you will get attacked by a pantomime, at other times you will actually get something like a fish or an item, or you might get nothing at all. So it all depends on your luck and the random chance, and once you've fished from a spot, the fish will move to a different spot on the map usually. And there, we just got a normal fish. So yeah, that's a nice little mechanic you can do if you want to do some extra battles or get some fish for recipes and stuff like that. Well, we didn't find out anything useful in that town. Hopefully the next town will have something to help you. Oh, looks like our bond is now strong enough that I can heal you in battle. And we learn heal. It's called an ability. Want me to tell you how it works? I'm good. Let's get going then. So yeah, that little cutscene will change depending on the actions you took while in the town. Yeah, just a little nice thing. It doesn't affect the game at all in any way, just the flavor of it. So we can go around here and collect a whole bunch of stuff before we get into any battles, just to help ourselves out before we do. Alright. And then we can head on back here and start participating in some battles. Now there is a strange glowing tree icon thing here, but there is nothing much that we can do with it for now. So yeah, it's not a glitch, it's meant to be there. So let's come into our equipment screen here and just optimize and customize. We want to add a smoke shard here. We haven't gotten any gems or crystals yet, so we can't equip any of those. And we can come into our items here and see that we've got some food to be using. So let's have some broccoli just to increase our attack strength. And then we can get into some battles, like with this guy over here. Watch out, these little guys are known for being dangerous. Well, with that fire sphere that we got, we actually do double damage to them, so... It's so small though. Even a small pebble can kill a giant. We can actually take these guys out with too much trouble, because we've got an attack up and we've also got a fire gem, so they are weak to fire. There is an elemental system in the game, and that is explained a bit later when it becomes more pertinent. At the moment it's not too crucial to know, but do be aware that these guys are wind type or enemies, so they will not take too much damage from fire. This guy though is nature type, so he takes a lot of damage from fire, the same as the metal types. So if you want to fight these guys, you want to make sure you have your fire sphere equipped, because you will be dealing a lot more damage to them. Now, what you would want to do is, if you're going to be facing the wind type enemies, is go back into your menu and change your fire sphere to a normal sphere, because if you attack them using your fire sphere, you'll only be doing half the normal amount of damage. But just to show you guys how much it affects you, if we attack here, you'll see, firstly we miss, but that's not an effect of the sphere. But we're only dealing 37 damage to him currently, so it's actually like really much more difficult to fight him than it would be normally with just a normal sphere. However, with our skill, like multi-hit, we do a normal amount of damage to him, because that's calculated separately from the various spheres that you can have equipped. Alright, so let's head on over here, get healed up, and we've got another wind type enemy over here that's currently facing away from me. Why is that important? Well, let's quickly come into our equip screen here and change out our fire sphere for, we want to go basic sphere, and then we want to customize this guy with a toxic shard, just to give us a potential for poison damage. If we get behind enemies like that, we get to perform an advantage attack on them, which means we get a free attack against them at the start of the battle where they cannot attack us. So now you see, after the advantage attack, they appear on the timeline down below, and now they can actually start attacking us. But we got a free hit in, which was great. Alright, and there we go. We managed to defeat that enemy. Okay, then we want to head up over here. We want to keep constantly healing and saving, if you can. It's always good practice when you have these so close by. And if we head on this way, we can find some corn over there. But also, haha, ha ha ha. Just what is so funny? You have fallen for the clever trap of us. The one, the only, Corndit brothers, Bobby and Sammy. Sammy, wait, that's a fire sphere he has. You're right, Bobby, run! So, if you currently had equipped your fire sphere, or your fire sphere was still in the chest back there and you didn't actually get it, then they wouldn't know that you have it and they would attack you. But because you have it unequipped and they can see that you've got a fire sphere, they run away, even though it wouldn't be helping you in battle. So, they're a bit silly, but I like them that way. If we come back here, however, we can face this guy whose pathway and is a little bit different. So here you have to choose. The enemies that you see on screen may have hidden friends with them, like this guy. You may have equipped your fire sphere to deal with him, but he has a friend with him that would resist your fire sphere. So sometimes you will face that challenge of not always having the perfect equipment for every battle, and you need to adapt on the fly. It adds a bit of fun to the game. Alright, he's managed to get his defenses up twice, so our physical attacks are not going to be doing much to him at all, unfortunately. If we had gotten a gem drop from one of the piggles in the forest, we would be able to use tackle against him, which would lower his defense. So this shows why it's actually important maybe for you to go into the arenas in Welltown and farm out the different enemies until you've managed to get their gems. Another way to get their gems I will show you shortly. So if we come over here, we can start to attack him and hopefully not die in the process. Fortunately, his double defense buff has worn off, so yeah, and we actually get his gem over there, which is cool. We get the Honor Guard gem, so I can finally show you guys how that works. If we come into our equipment here, we can customize our basic sphere with the gem and add Honor Guard. That gives us, if we come to our skills over here, the Honor Guard skill, which gives a defense boost to all allies. Very, very useful, especially in the early game, but all throughout really. Especially since it affects all your allies. Which, yes, you will get more than one character, and there was a nice little stash of materials back here for crafting and such. So we're going to want to come back here and back to the village, because I just want to show you that in the villages, you will be able to often, not always, especially not in the late game because things change, but I don't want to spoil the story for you. But you will be able to find the gems from the pantomimes in the local area in the shops. So that's a good way in the early game and middle game sometimes to find gems that you haven't been able to farm from the enemies in the area, because otherwise you would spend a lot of time in the early game grinding to get gems that you can otherwise just buy. So if we come up here and we have a talk to him. Oh, hello, looking for a weapon, are we? I'm all the weapon he needs. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there, miss. I do have a selection of gems if you want. That would be nice, thank you. So if we come into buy here, you can see he has a bunch of gems, and one that I want to pick up definitely is the tackle gem there. The Leaf Storm, Leaf Saber, they're all good, but for now, just the tackle gem is the one that interests me. So if we come here, you can see we can customize our basic sphere with that as well, or we can change to our fire sphere. Now one thing you will notice, we added the smoke shard there and it remembered that. So you want to be careful when you are equipping and de-equipping gems, because, or spheres rather, and gems to spheres, because once you change them out, they will take whatever is equipped on them with them, like here. So you can customize and change up, but you need to be very careful that you don't lose valuable gems or shards if you accidentally sell a sphere that had important things on them, because they do remember what they have on them, and the things are not automatically removed from them. I did this because it feels nice to build up different like weapons for different situations, and it's a hassle to always re-equip them with what you want, but I think it adds a nice balance to the game that way. Anyway, let's come through here. Those are both wind enemies, and we currently have our fire equipped. We don't want to deal with that, but we can deal with this guy, get an advantage attack on him. And as you can see, he does have a wind guy with him, but we will deal with that as it comes. So if we come into our special over here, we can see we've got tackle now. So we'll use that a bit later just to show you the effect, but for now I want to take out this Acorndit here before he does too much damage to me. There we go. Managed to take that guy out. Now I'll show you, if we use tackle, we can lower the defense of our foe, just like the piggles used to do to us, which is really cool. And we can take this guy out with another multi-strike. And use Sword from Crane just so we can recover a bit of HP here. And this battle should be all but over. There we go. We managed to take him down quite handily. Okay guys, as always, thank you for watching. Next time we'll be going into the next city in the area, which is a desert village. I hope you guys will join me for then. And as always, my name is Ep3. Good night and God bless. Bye for now.